welcome to the Takeover. You heard? And if you don't know what the Takeover is, let me allow y'all to give y'all some history. The Takeover started when your man SuperTechGod used to come over to my crib, well, more like break into my crib, and try to help me climb to infinite. Even though we never seemed to do that, we always seemed to end up right where we started. But it never really mattered because we always used to have so much fun and things would go left and we would get so many laughs that it would never matter, that we wouldn't care, and it'd just be fun to do. And everybody just seemed to love it. We would vibe with chat and we would just have a great time. So that is the history of the Takeover, and that is those type of vibes that we are about to bring to y'all today. All right, now this is what we got in store for y'all. Let's go drop them bombs on them.
That's right.
This is what we got for y'all today. We got the OTAs from Marvel Snap, because that's fire. We're going to talk those new season cards, Cap movie rankings, because we got to talk about that after the new
for sure.
Just came out. R-Truth and Carlito clip. What's going on with WWE? And, of course, we got Surfin Da Net, where we see a couple of clips out there in the interwebs, and you guys get our reactions to basically what's going on in the clip.
Exactly.
And of course, we love comments from y'all. So if y'all got questions or things y'all think we should talk about, please leave it below in the comments, and we will definitely address them here on air. All right, guys. Of course, if you don't know, I'm about to let you know. I am the top 5 best snappers in the world. Cino, cause I snapped that hot fire, you heard? And I rep that power raw all day. And I got, of course, the SuperTechGod, and he got every variant in Marvel Snap. Every variant?
Every variant.
Every variant. That's right. Tech, what up, my friend?
What's going on, my guy? How you doing?
I'm feeling good, man. I think my new nickname should be Hefe, because I'm out here being the boss, man.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys didn't know, as I said in the previous episode, the Marvel Snapcast podcast was not to be confused with the Takeover. Cino has ascended to greatness. He is now a supervisor at his current job, so the time difference have changed. I'm going to be doing these with Cino on the weekends, and of course, still doing the Snapcast with guests on the weekday. What that means is Monday nights, ladies and gentlemen, we taking over your trips home. Go ahead and make sure you guys check it out. We will be on the SuperTechGod channel as always. So make sure you guys go ahead and check it out, and make sure you guys follow and love and subscribe Cino, the top 5 best snappers in the world. Now, as he mentioned before, the Takeover really came about because we would do takeovers at his crib. I didn't break in. I talked to Mrs. Top 5, and I'm like, hey, I bring you guys food, let me in, blah, blah, blah. And she lets me in. I don't know what you're talking about. Break in, but whatever. He can say what he got to say. He don't need no food. He'll be all right. But nonetheless, guys, I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for clicking on the video, clicking on that link. We're going to talk about the wonderful OTAs. Now, before we get to that, we're going to check out this backdrop for a little bit. I know you guys like the nighttime. That's right. Like I said, we're taking over your evenings, guys. Your travels home. Make sure you guys go ahead and click on it. Enjoy, listen, sit back, and enjoy the show. We're going to go kick things off, of course, with the wonderful OTAs, which happened this week. Crazy changes, not too much so, but nonetheless, we knew Thanos had to be tamed. And based on these 3 changes here, the Thanos list...
Take the hit, right?
Yeah, but listen, but Thanos did take a hit here, because normally these are the cards that are in the best Thanos deck, right? Strange Supreme, Cap, Sam Wilson, and the Time Stone being able to draw a card always got you food or fodder for Strange Supreme to consume. Then Cap Shield was always there for Strange Supreme to consume. So again, that was an extra power that Strange Supreme could always have in this list. The fact that now they made Strange Supreme only get, he still gets +2, but now he's a 2-1 starting. Sam Shield, which I called was going to be a 0-0 because those locations where, Death's Domain, it could just go in there, blah, blah, blah. It was like not fair to people. And the fact that the Time Stone now doesn't draw a card kind of tames that card list. Funny thing about that is, since the OTA change, I haven't seen one Thanos in the meta. It's crazy because it's not that crazy.
It's safe to say, see you players at the Golden Gauntlet, you see what y'all did? Y'all fucked this up. Y'all fucked it up for everybody.
Big time.
No more Thanos for anybody now.
No.
Now they nerfed it the list down, it's not existing. SuperTechGod said in the meta right now. So it's yeah. See what y'all did is
Yo,
y'all fucking.
it's crazy because Thanos is it's still a good list, but because of these changes, people don't really want to play it. So the way I see it, it is what it is. This wonderful nerf to me gets a fart sound.
Yeah,
Fart on that. Fart on these changes. Listen, I still think Thanos should have went down in power, but whatever. They want to go ahead and chop the deck up, pause versus chop up the card. It is what it is. I'm not gonna say touch. Casino gets touchy about it.
But you know what I say? Drop a bomb on that for them. Drop the bomb on that for them. Because I got tired of seeing all the fucking Thanos.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was.
I want to see a tournament with more variety. All right? No more just like going for the super meta deck. You know what I mean? Get some creativity out there in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nerf that list down. We drop a bomb on that.
I don't like Scream either. So if you running the Scream deck, I'm gonna feel away. Hazmat now. Hazmat got a buff nerf. I don't know what they call this, but nonetheless, Hazmat went from a 2/2 to a 3/3. I felt this sucked because the best Hazmat deck I like to play has me being able to play on turn 7. Okay. Hazmat and of course the wonderful, what the hell is the name of the card now? I am lost for words. Hazmat and the card that it buffs. Come on, bro. It's a 5 cost. Ajax. That's right. Ajax and Hazmat on turn 7. Now we can't do that anymore because it's a 3 cost, which sucks. Yes, it gives it additional power. Maybe that will help out. I haven't played Hazmat since the change, but it is what it is. So, I know you don't really want to dive too much into it, but what do you feel about this change?
I'm actually starting to take liking to Affliction, so I'm kind of mad about this a little bit. Just when I was starting to like this a little, you know what I mean? It gets nerfed.
Right.
Hazmat at a 3/3 is right. It's like it's just not a great feeling.
Right.
Even with the 1 power up, it just don't feel good to play that on a 3. It just hurts the curve. 2 feels like something reasonable because, like you said, you can play it on 6. You can play it on 7 if you wanted to.
Facts.
With Ajax. It made a great combo. This kind of takes that combo out without any type of energy cheat or you know what I mean?
Slap it up.
All cheat. I don't know, bro. I don't like this Hazmat. Yeah, this is definitely fart on this. Fart on these
talking about it's a buff.
It's a wrap.
Sauron.
Yeah,
now I'm gonna say something about this on the Snapcast. Before I even played Sauron, I kind of shitted on this change, this buff they call it. I played Sauron afterwards, and I must say,
now let's go.
It gets that another one for Sauron because
He's retracted his statement,
bro,
y'all.
Sauron. Yo, it is crazy good right now, and with cards like Nightmare coming out that we're gonna talk about shortly, I'm running a Nightmare Sauron deck hands down. Now this change made him a 1/3.
It's a family show. You gotta chill. You getting that Nightmare deck out there?
They gotta get that Nightmare deck, bro. You gotta drop that big Nightmare. Look, I'm messing. I'm all out of. See, messing me up.
Buddy, relax.
So yeah, Sauron. This is a great change. Shout out to Sauron. I'm happy for him. Just gotta put my hand up because I'm all out of focus now because I'm out here laughing. So yeah, I give Sauron that love. Sauron definitely deserved that. Shout out to that. I'm happy about it. How you feel about it?
Sauron 1 is not bad. Now, I'm spoiled, right? Because I was loving the fact that it was dual. It was dual on the old way, right? 2/2, but it removed the abilities from your deck and your hand. Pause. That sounds crazy after what he said, but I'm just saying. I like the ability that it was before. We were spoiled because it would just be instantaneous, to all cards that were ongoing. So you got to play, a little easier. But this on a turn 1, it doesn't feel as bad. You get a better chance at hitting those, not a better chance, but you get a good chance of hitting the cards you want to hit, unless they're in hand already, where that's the bummer, right? So you try to work, that's the part where you work around it. So otherwise, like I made a Surtur deck. Obviously, you go Surtur when you heard Sauron was a 1 cost, and you get love from Cull Obsidian right off the gate, right? So it's not going to do anything because it's not ongoing, but it's a 1 cost, so you can put Cull in that deck. It will buff the Surtur. You know what I mean? Like it just has a great. It brought back Surtur for me, which I'm happy about. So I'm happy that Sauron is a 1-cost now.
All right, that's perfect. Listen, I hear what you got to say. Makari got nerfed. They gave it a gunshot because for some reason 3-4 is too powerful. So that's definitely
hit the hard button on that.
Yeah.
Hit the hard button on that.
One more time for y'all, because for me,
crazy,
now
bro.
I played the strong Surfer deck, the Surfer deck that we all talk about, and this made a difference. Them hitting it and making it one less.
Let's be real. A 3-4 Makari is sexy, right? That shit is sexy. But a 3-3 Makari is not as good. you know.
Yeah, and
it's like, all right.
It's crazy because
she lost the step. She gained a little weight.
Right. Yo, they had no idea how great she was. They had no idea until Surfer just annihilated and made her so good.
My God.
So
Yes.
they
She's
just
a
like,
great
you know what?
3-4 to have jump onto the field. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. That's much we got to say about it. They did some tidying up with some text for these cards and locations. Not gonna dive too much to it. Now here we're gonna talk about the buff cards. So they actually put buffed cards here. So now we got Storm coming back from a 4-5 to a 3-2. That's awesome. That helps a lot of things out. Surfer and of course Cerebro, which we'll talk about in a second because Cerebro is the meta currently.
Yeah, we gotta focus on a little bit on Storm though. How happy are you that she's back down to a 3?
Bro,
because I know that was something that was
something I was been crying for.
Yeah, everybody has called for so much ever since she was changed. Now 4-5, you would think, oh, it's a pretty decent stat line, but no, nobody wants a 4 Storm. She's a 3. That's where she belongs. Home at the 3.
Listen, and I get it. The 4-5 was that you lock the location down as a 5 power there. Nobody did it. Nobody cared about that. So many cards can get into lock lanes right now. It did not matter. Her being a 3-2 is flawless. I'm happy about it. Super pumped that she's back. I thought this change was going to happen, but I thought they were going to also make War Machine a 5. But it is what it is. They kept it the way it is. It still does the combination 3 Storm, 4 War Machine Legion. It is what it is. I haven't seen anybody do it yet, but I'm sure come the Golden Gauntlet this weekend, we're going to see some madness, and that's going to be a problem. All right. Buddy. Then we go to Toxidoxy, which I'm happy for this change because I'm the one that kind of played with her when she came out. And like I said, this is a great card to run in the the She-Hulk Infinite deck and with Psylocke. So on turn 4, you play Psylocke Toxidoxy. You skip your turn. Now you could drop the Infinite She-Hulk, and hopefully they have the additional power. This card went from a 2-1 to a 2-3, ladies and gentlemen. Play Toxidoxy. You won't be disappointed. Doesn't matter if you're not playing the Infinite She-Hulk. If she hits any cards in your hand and give them additional +2 power, she now becomes a 4-7, ladies and gentlemen. A 4-7. Phenomenal card. Love this change. They should do this more often. Sino, Toxidoxy.
No quarrels with Toxidoxy. I hated Toxidoxy when she first came out. Yeah, she is now the bomb right now. Yes. Drop the bomb for Toxidoxy and the improvement. I'm a big fan now. Not a big fan. I'm a fan at least now.
Perfect. Then of course we go down to Hercules. I'm so happy about this change because, ladies and gentlemen, I despise, and I mean I despise, that when I had Hercules on the field, my opponent can move their cards and utilize my Hercules. The cost that I used to put them on the board, they were able to utilize it and move their card. I was very upset about that. This change, flawless, especially now with Zorn. Oh, I could play ping pong with my Vulture. I could do, I could use my own Hercules now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was saying, your opponent got to use their own Hercules.
Yeah, let them get their own. Facts. Love this change. This is the best change ever. The only thing I'm wishing that they would do is put the move back to priority based and not always priority. Like, I really miss old move where if I didn't have priority,
you hate the change.
Yeah. I got used to it. I'm used to it. Like, move is always first. Moves always get priority. You always
got that little extra when it was the other way around.
Yeah, because you can always hide, right? You can always protect yourself because you didn't have priority. So now you move, blah, blah, blah. But now you have priority always, so it's kind of
telegraphed.
Yeah, kind of. So nonetheless, I'm happy for this change. This definitely gets a bomb on it.
I definitely think it's a bomb. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I'm with you. I like, get your own Hercules, y'all. Stop using other people's Hercules out here and gaining from that. Facts. Now, I have no problem with that. That's fire. Yeah, I'm good. I ain't got nothing else on Hercules. I don't really play much move.
Annihilus, don't care. Congratulations, it gets a bump. All right, Electro. Yeah, I don't pay that. I don't give a shit. Electro.
But no, you can talk about the difference. Okay, so a 5'8" is better than a 5'7". You might be more inclined to play Annihilus now. I'm just saying. If you, yeah, I like the ball. Yeah, let's go. I'm just saying. I now play a lot of Cloud. I play a lot of Cloud. I drop balls on it. Let's go. I'm good.
That's great. 5'8", fantastic. Who cares, right? Like you're still not playing. You're still not playing Annihilus, bro. You're not playing Annihilus. Stop it.
Now Annihilus isn't in my clog list.
Exactly.
Still,
So stop the fuckery, bro. Stop the madness, man. Even my camera's like, you lying, bro. Stop the madness.
I'm just saying, bro. All right. 5'8" is pretty good.
We dropped the bomb on it. We good. Electro. This buff kind of hurt him. So Electro worked great with Lady Deathstrike. That was the biggest combo that people used for. Electro on 3, Deathstrike on 4, because now it got the extra energy. And you continue running your joint 5-6, right? Now with this change, Lady Deathstrike cannot kill Electro. What's the problem? Did I say something? Pause.
Keep running your joint. Just saying, bro. Like, I just keep going. All
right, so the fact that they did that kind of really hurt this card. Electro kind of took a huge shot for no reason. But nonetheless, they gave it extra power. Now you kind of want to play Electro by keeping Electro on the board. So that classic, Black Panther Zola, when you try to get Panther out early, Odin, right? Remember that whole combo? Remember Sands? Remember Black Sands that I used to run back in the day? Get the Black Sands.
Showing your age a little bit, son.
Bro, I used to kill Black Sands. Black Sands got me my second border. My first border was
showing your age, son. Because that was so 2 years ago, bro.
Bro, I was killing that Black Sands. I put Black Sands on the map. Nobody's playing Black Sands. But nonetheless, Electro, I'm not mad at you, but it is what it is. Yeah, they need to fix Sandman. They got to fix Sandman, but this definitely gets a fart sound. Definitely get a fart sound. 3-4 sucks. Then we talk about the card that is the meta right now. Currently the meta. If you load up your game, you're seeing all types of Cerebro. I even made a Cerebro 20 list just so I could play Infinite, She-Hulk, one Shuri, Madness, or Black, or Ghost Rider. Yeah, I just did foolishness.
Well, everybody's playing Cerebro 20.
Yeah. No, nobody's playing Cerebro 20. Everybody's playing Cerebro 2. Cerebro 2? Yeah, I know you are. Cerebro 2 is the best Cerebro, I think, right now. And that's why Storm got blessed. Storm, Cerebro right now, with the Broods, best thing ever. Cerebro got that change, Cena. I couldn't wait to talk to you about this because I know when I spoke to guests, I was like, Cena needs to be here to talk about this because finally, and I mean finally, a card got the +3 that you wanted. There it is right there.
My bad. Oh, let's go.
Cerebro now gets +3. So Cerebro 2 is a problem.
Card that I want.
Doesn't matter. It does exactly what you want to do.
I'm still looking like, wait, hold on, let's go.
Cerebro. Ceno's high as a kite. He got Cerebro on his head right now. That's his problem.
Nah, you know what happened? I ain't going front. Smoke hit my eye. And now I got mad water.
Drop the bomb on Ceno.
Yo, you can even see when it happened. I was dead ass trying to be a gangster with it and keep going past it. But
we're keeping this in because Ceno's on the level.
If y'all smokers, shout out to my smokers out there. Drop a ball for my smokers. Smokers know when the smoke hits your eye, bro. You see I'm tearing up.
Yo, and he's wearing glasses.
Yeah, going under the glasses.
Yo, whatever,
it's
bro.
It's crazy, bro. It stings, bro. That shit hurts. And I was a gangster about it, trying to keep going and keep my cool. But of course, you wouldn't let me have that.
No,
don't let him keep his pride. Let's call it out for the world to see. I'm trying to get through it.
Yep, it is what it is. So yeah, Cerebro got +3.
I want Surfer to get +3. You know,
it's not happening. Don't need it. Cerebro got +3. Bro, guess what? Cerebro is a 3 cost now. Put Cerebro on the Surfer list. Bang bang.
I'm just saying, bro.
He's a 3-0 now. Cerebro's a 3. He's a 3-0 now.
I get it, and I'm happy, but like I'm just saying that's cool. And I know it's the meta now, and everybody. It's one Enchantress away from being a wrap. It's a wrap.
Right, so we're gonna round this off right now. This is the OTAs that came out after a month of no OTAs. How do you feel about the overall thing about it? Do we drop the bomb on it, or does it get a fart?
Buddy, we are dropping a bomb on this. Dropping a bomb. Let's go. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
No, they did a good job.
They had a lot of good changes.
Yeah. So crazy that we have another OTA coming up this week. So make sure you guys stick around and check what we say about that OTA coming up next week. That one's probably going to be
crazy too. But I'm just saying this covered what it needed to cover as far as Thanos and Sauron. And, it had a lot of good changes.
All right.
Can't be mad at that.
Now, we're going to talk about the new season that's coming up tomorrow, Snap. The day after this recording drops, and that is the wonderful Wizard season. Merlin is the season pass card at the start of each match. At the start of each turn, add one incarnation to your hand. Now, Merlin has 3 incarnations. We have, of course, the Omniversal Presence, which is an honor veil. Replace this location with a new one and give Merlin +2 power. So this is basically a Scarlet Witch, a red Power Stone that can change the location, but now it gives +2 to Merlin. Merlin's already 2/3, now he's a 2/5. Madness. Okay. Then we go to the second card that, of course, will be on the next turn, and that is called Once and Future. On reveal, shuffle your lowest power card here into your deck and get +2 energy next turn. So for some reason you have a squirrel girl, you have it out there, you play this card, it shuffles it back in the deck, and guess what? You get +2 energy the next turn. Madness. Merlin is an OP card, but you know what? I'm happy for it. I'm here for it. It is something. This is Marvel Snap. This is exactly Marvel Snap. Then we have Polymorph, which is on reveal, transfer your lowest power card here into one that costs 2 more. So, for example, if you have a 4-cost card in that lane and you play Polymorph, it's going to turn your 4-cost card into a 6-cost card. Crazy. These are all 1-cost cards, ladies and gentlemen. These are all incarnations. These 3 cards can make a completely different game while you're playing out your match. This season pass card might be the best season pass card for 2025.
He dropped the bomb. Are we not dangerously getting close to Yu-Gi-Oh here, bro? I'm just saying.
I called it a Yu-Gi-Oh season. Yeah.
We are getting very, very close to Yu-Gi-Oh, because what I just heard you say was bloobity blue blah, bloobity blue blah, bloobity blue blah. Like, yo. That's what I just heard you say. Now I read the text. I'm just saying, god damn, this what else are we gonna have in cards that literally like
listen,
you're gonna have to move here to move this to do that to hit that. It's getting real complicated, son. But nah, I'm just saying this is very Yu-Gi-Oh feely right here. Merlin is definitely like 100 cards in one.
Nico, but on steroids.
Switchblade card, but Nico, and what else is what's my man with the spells?
Agamotto,
yeah, there we go. Agamotto, giving strong Agamotto Nico vibes here.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm here with it. Shout out to Ben Bro and that team making that funny ass David Blaine video. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And then I really like this card here. I think this card is gonna be great as well. And that's of course Morgan Le Fay. So Morgan Le Fay is on reveal. Return all your discarded card and destroy cards to your hand and give them +3 power. This is a hella for your hand, but with additional power. Yeah, isn't that bananas?
Destroy also.
Yeah, and for destroy cards.
Imagine your Deadpool and all that getting +3. Like, this is about to get nasty, son.
So you think about Electro, you think about trying to cheat out Destroyer early. You think about forget Destroyer, that's too much. You thinking about Venom, you thinking about Carnage, and then get these cards destroyed and come back to your hand, and then on turn 5 and turn 6 you have a plethora of things to do. I think Le Fay's going to be
you gotta do it like this. Plethora. You got to do the hands. Plethora. There you go.
She got me hitting the mic. Pause. So I think this is going to be using my hands hitting my mic. See, this is a problem. I think this is going to be a very maybe not slept on card, but I like this card because not only is there no direct path to awesomeness for it, I can't wait to see the deck list that people build to utilize the destroy discard feature and bring him back. Like, I think that is pretty cool. And if you're talking, I can't hear you. All right, there you go. Were you talking? Were you saying
something?
something? I do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, can you hear me now? Good. All right. I'm a fan of this card. You're right. I'm a big fan of discard, period. So I think this is definitely going to take, like you said, a hell of a turn. It's going to be in a hella deck. It's going to be in discard, period. But Destroy, I think, is really where she's going to shine. I think Destroy heads out here who are going to love this, bringing back Deadpools and Venoms and all sorts of shit. That really, and get a +3 for it and then play it. So
yeah, I can't wait because this card also goes in 2 other cards decks that I don't think anybody's thinking about right now, and that's Victoria Hand, because those cards coming back gets buffed. And
so you get the +3 and the +2. Whoop.
And Eson and Eson, right? Because now you play Eson, it pulls
yes.
a card up to the field. I think that's what I'm saying. This card can be put in different situations that people can utilize and be like shocked and amazed. And I'm super pumped for this, and I cannot wait because you're discarding and you could destroy and bring them back. And if you get those cards back on the field, whether you're doing Victoria Hand, Eson, whatever it is, I think that's a very good look. This card is going to be epic. 4/5. Wow. I'm dropping a bomb on this card.
People, play Victoria Hand. They usually have Gwenpool in there too, right? So
it's
be a little nasty too, you know. Ugh.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Yep, that's definitely worth the bomb.
Yep. Then we're gonna go ahead over to the ancient one, and this one, of course, is on reveal. Add the Tile Mandela to your hand. So now, this
Tile Mandela.
Mandela, yes sir.
Nah, do it again.
Mandela. Tile Mandela. So this one now is on reveal and ongoing. So we got copy your text of one of your ongoing cards. Sorry, I'm wrong. It's on reveal that copies the text of one of your ongoing cards here onto the other characters here. So cannot work with spells. We understand characters. Got that name changed last season, so you know the difference. But if you think about it, this kind of is what Agomato spell does when it changes all the cards to the strongest card. This now takes the ongoing from one of your cards and put them onto your other cards. So if you have an Iron Man in that lane or whatever other ongoing card in that lane, Blue Marvel, you turn all those cards into a Blue Marvel or an Iron Man, this card is going to go great. And I mean great in negative, okay? Not the fact that it's a 5/3, but the fact that its spell is a 0/3. But nonetheless, the fact that you can turn all those cards in the lane into a Gore, the God Butcher, or if you want to think even crazier, you play a Tribunal deck, right? One lane Iron Man's, Tribunal in the other lane. Nonetheless, I think this card would be pretty cool. Not a bad card at all. Again, this season have cards that make you play Marvel Snap in a whole different light.
Yeah, I like this card. Drop a bomb on this card right now.
All right.
Let's go.
Then we have my favorite card of the season, my diamond pick. Oh, sorry, that's Snapcast talk. But my best pick of this season, and that is Nightmare, ladies and gentlemen. I did put a tweet out. The tweet is getting a lot of love. People are commenting back and forth. Nightmare's on reveal. Replace the text of each card in your hand with a text from the random card in the same cost. So this card was data mined at 2/2, as you can see here. It is now a 3-1. Second then I saw that and was like, 2/2? No. This card is way too powerful. Just like Mr. Negative, we got to give it a negative cost. So 3-1. And I tweeted out, I can't wait. You guys are going to see my face when I drop a 620 Galactus on the last turn after playing on turn 5. Kneel before the Infrared. It is going to be epic. I cannot wait. Even if I don't get Galactus. The fact that I could change Infinite text from having to skip a turn to play him to whatever the hell a 6-cost card I get, I'm pumped. I'm excited. Sauron, Nightmare, Infinite, bro. No, it won't be but a 5/9 Iron Man, right? Whatever you want, bro. It's go. Oh, can you imagine a Gore? Could you imagine?
Yeah, Gore. That'd be crazy.
I am pumped for Nightmare. We're gonna make a Sauron Nightmare deck. The week before this card, when this card comes out, Cena and I will build a Nightmare Sauron deck together on the podcast, so you guys could see the deck, build it, play with it, and let me know how you guys feel about it. Cena, how do you feel about Nightmare?
That sentence is crazy. Yeah.
You don't like people playing with my deck? And let me know how it feels.
Feel it? I quit already.
Play with it, feel it. Let me know how you feel.
See, this is why, bro. Oh man, that was crazy. Threw me off. Threw me off. But yes, big fan of Nightmare. Imagine playing a 3-5 like away, but it's Surfer text. That'd be kind of crazy. Like, just like I like this. It can be bad though. Like it's very memey.
Yeah,
it's very RNG based. You don't never know what you're gonna get. I think the fun is more than the value. So I don't know if the value is going to be as high for this card, but I think it's a card that if you want to be, like I said, memey or like just have like funny shit happen, this is a card to play with. This is, you know, and you never know. You never know what you can do with the Nightmare. Yeah, you could be somebody else's nightmare. So you know what? Fuck it, fool. To have fun, drop a bomb on this card right here. Let's go. I'm with you. Let's go.
Yeah, I can't wait, bro.
Let's go, Nightmare.
Then we got Clea. We have this lady right here. When this permanently gains power, add Flames of the Flatine to your hand. Right? So now this card is, of course, an Honor Veil. Afflict an enemy card here with -2 power. So again, as long as you when this card permanently gains power, add Flame. So if this card keeps getting power, you get to add this to your hand, and you get to play this, and it's a -2 power. Now, this is again, this is
granting -3 power instead of 2.
Yeah, so this is the data mine. It was changed now to -2 to the -3. So this card now, it's not a card. Remember, this is a spell. So you use it, it should disappear off the screen. So again, this is pretty sick.
Okay, so this is how we keep the spell system alive. I got you.
Yeah. So that's how it's going to
work. How we add more to the spell system. Gotcha.
Right. Then we have the final card, the big bad boss, Dormammu. Right? Now, Dormammu is, of course, game start, begin a summoning ritual. So now when you said Yu-Gi-Oh, here it is. We're ordering Dormammu from the Shadow Realm.
I was getting ready to hear bye bye bluey bye.
Oh my gosh, Kaiba boy, Yugi boy. So, all right. So game start. It's a 7-10, guys. Game start. We're gonna of course get. We're gonna begin the ritual spell. So now we have 3 rituals here, guys. Kicking things off with, of course, the summoning ritual 1, which is on reveal, merge your highest power destroyed card to Dormammu. Okay. Then step 2, on reveal, Dormammu steals 1 power from each card here to continue. And of course, to finally get Dormammu out and about, destroy 2 of your characters here to summon Dormammu. Now, this is again, these set of cards are completely entertaining in the sense of Yu-Gi-Oh style. Different. There's no
and then we get
straight.
We get 8 body part. Then we get Exodia. This is what you're saying to me right now.
Yes, I am telling you that. But it doesn't guarantee you a win. It just gives you a card.
When you summon Dormammu, what happens? When you get Dormammu to show the fuck up, what happens exactly?
You just have him in the game. You have him on the board.
What's that? He's still a 7-10. Does he come down in cost? Does the motherfucker do anything?
No, he gets put on the board.
He gets put on the board. Okay,
but guess what? But he merges. So the first one, he merges with your highest power destroyed card there, right? So that's the first one. So whatever your highest card is that gets destroyed is going to that plus 10, right? Then of course, Dormammu then steals each power from the card there. So in that lane, when you play that ritual, you get to steal a power from each that also goes to Dormammu. So if you really think about it, if you have one card you destroyed, whatever that power is, then you steal power from 2 other cards, whatever that is, that all goes to Dormammu. And of course, the final and last ritual is destroy 2 cards here to summon him. So all depends on where you play the first ritual spell, and the second is how powerful Dormammu will be when he comes on the board.
Oh, is it?
Sounds good?
Is it bad? Yeah. Play the farce out. Play the farce out. Right? Play the farce out right now. Fart all over this card right now.
Yo, see, killing me, bro.
Keep farting on this card.
Nah, bro,
this card is trash. This card is boo-boo. It's trash. If I summon Dormammu, he better motherfucking win game instantly with all the shit I had to do to
It's not
summon
Exodia, bro. It's not
Dormammu.
Exodia.
They're like, nah, get the fuck out of here. You better come through like Exodia with the hand and just take it all out, the whole board. Because that's my win with all the bullshit that I had to do to summon Dormammu. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Be like, yo, you're crazy.
Let us know how you feel about Dormammu. All right, so also,
shit is terrible.
Also on Tuesday, in the Series 4 packs.
You still hear me? That's crazy because my shit was on mute, but it's all good.
Yeah, all right. So I don't know where it's coming from, but it is what it is. Now, on the Series 4, Dormammu, sorry, it's got me to say Dormammu. Series 4 cards that are coming out on release day in the Series 4 packs that you could pick up if you want will be Nicholas Scratch, which is after you play a skill +1 power for this card. So it makes sense to put Nicholas down and then play all the wonderful spells from every card that's coming out this season. Yeah. Then we have the next card that's coming with, of course, that's Jennifer Kale, which is activate. Next turn, you get +1 energy. She's a 2-cost card. I think that's great, being able to put her down the board. She kind of takes Psylocke's job in the Infinite She-Hulk deck, because now that means I could just, hey, play her, not worry about my turn 4, play whatever I want on turn 4, and then activate her on turn 4, skip turn 5, blah, blah, blah. But it's cool to see that they're bringing 2 Series 4 cards directly to Series 4. So all the people who got those tokens, like myself, other people, you want to get a Series 4 card, go ahead and pick these up. How you feel about these 2 cards coming in Marvel Snap?
They're not bad. Those 2, Nicholas is not bad because with all the, let's go. Yeah, with Nicholas coming out, it helps with all the spells and stuff that are being played. And Jennifer just gives me Psylocke vibes. Like next turn, you get 1+ energy. Like just another card to really feed into that type of. I like the simplicity of if I said that right. Simplicity of Jennifer Kale. Like we can't always get some impacting ass card. So Series 4 card, nice and easy for everybody. You don't have to kill yourself in tokens. You pay very little, so not bad.
Yeah, I like it. Perfect. All right.
Drop a bomb on Jennifer.
There we go. And then, of course, High Voltage returns. There's 2 versions of it. One called Overdrive, and, of course, the normal one. So now Overdrive is pretty intense because at turn 5, whatever it says, that's what it's going to do. For example, if it says re-trigger all the honor bills on the board, is going to re-trigger all the honor bills on the board. Not turn 5, but whatever turn it chooses. Yeah, if it says, hey,
whatever, it's random.
If it says fill the board with chimichangas, it's going to fill the board with chimichangas. So it's a pretty cool take on the High Voltage kind of twist on it, which I really do like. It's coming out June 16th. We'll definitely be streaming it live, so make sure you guys come hang out on the stream and see how much fun we have with it. But it does give you 1 card for the High Voltage and Overdrive and 1 for the normal High Voltage. That is Kid Omega, which is the card that everybody says goes great with Elixir. They said Elixir will be good once Kid Omega comes out. I call him Kenny Omega. And as you can see, Kid Omega was activate, destroy the next card you play here, play this turn, and gain its power. So with Elixir, that's perfect, because if you can play Kid Omega whenever you want, activate, play the card next to it, get it destroyed, Kid Omega gets its power, and then you can bring it back next turn with Elixir. So Kid Omega and Elixir goes hand in hand. And then Cobra, which was one of the cards that was supposed to come out some time ago, now will be coming out, and it is, of course, as trash as it was before, which is activate, switch 1 of your opponent's created cards here to your side.
Ooh, okay.
So again, that's a card that's like if you see this card come down, because you have to activate it, right? It's not on reveal. So if you see this card comes down, you're not going to play your created card there, right? You're like, I'm not putting it there because, you know what I mean? So to me, this card is still as trash as it was when it was Data Line. Nonetheless, this wraps up the new cards coming for the new season of Marvel Snap, which I think might be the best season of Marvel Snap for 2025. So,
I like that.
Sino.
What up, son?
We're going to talk about something that I still don't understand from your point of view. And I'm going to give my breakdown
first. This is a heated debate.
Yeah, I'm going to give my breakdown first. And then you can go ahead and say your piece, okay?
All right,
because
cool.
when the people hear my take, I think they agree with me. When they hear your take, they're going to throw their phones or their TVs, their monitors against the wall.
You might just.
We're at the segment now where we're talking about the different Captain America movies that have come out. And of course, we're putting out Cap. This does include Sam Wilson's Captain America Brave New World.
That's
so
right.
We'll kick things off with the first movie that came out back in 2011, Captain America the First Avenger. And then, of course, we have the next movie that came out in 2014, Captain America the Winter Soldier, introduction of Bucky. Then, of course, we had in 2016 one of the best movies in the roster of MCU, which is Civil War. And then in 2025, this year, we had, for Black History Month, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Brave New World. So you guys down below as well, let us know in the comments where you rate these movies from worst to best. All right, so I'm going to give my worst to best, starting things off with The First Avenger. I despise that film. A lot of people give me heat for it. I'm not a fan of The First Avenger. It's slow. It's boring. I get it had a purpose, which is to introduce Cap so that, oh yeah, spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen any of these movies, spoilers.
Oh yeah, you don't want to skip because there's spoilers. There's spoilers happening.
We have a bar. We have a bar at the bottom. Just go to the next segment. First Avengers' whole purpose was to get Cap to the end of the film so he gets frozen in ice and he shows up in the Avengers movie. That was the whole purpose of the First Avenger. He has to introduce Bucky and Peggy Carter and all that other boring shit, but that was the First Avenger. I'm not a fan of it. It goes to the bottom of my list. I think if it goes to the bottom of my list of all MCU, maybe not now, but definitely did at one point. Captain America, the First Avenger, low on the list. Now we have 3 more left. My next favorite Captain America movie will have to be Brave New World, the one that just came out with Sam Wilson. That takes the number 3 spot. Movie was good. I liked the action. I like it was straight to the point, gave us that drama, but it didn't live up to, I think, the hype it would have been if it came out when it was supposed to and had the whole New World Order and had the characters and everything in it. I think it would have been a better film, but nonetheless, it was good for what they had to work with. Big fan of the film still. Shout out to Sam Wilson. Yes, he don't have the serum, but he did what he had to do. And for me, shout out to that movie. It takes the number 3 spot. Now that leaves the last 2 films left. And my number 2, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, putting the bomb on that, is Captain America Civil War. That film is number 2, which makes the number 1 film of all the Captain America films of all time, The Winter Soldier. That movie had everything, plot, story, the fact that it intermingled with Avengers of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yes, the fact that it had everything going for it, it is still in my top 5 of MCU movies of all time. Definitely The Winter Soldier is number 1. Civil War, which introduced Black Panther, which had Iron Man versus Cap and the whole team going back and forth, where Rhodey was taken down and then swapped for a Skrull. If you guys didn't know that. Yeah, look, you don't even know that either. You didn't watch Skrulls from the Disney Plus?
No, I did not.
when Rhodey got hit out of the sky and he was rehabilitating, whatever. Yeah, that thing. Rehabilitating. Yeah. He was swapped with a Skrull. Crazy. But nonetheless, that movie that introduced both Black Panther and the new Spider-Man for the MCU. That movie is number 2 for me. Number 3 definitely goes to The Brave New World. And number 4, the worst of them all, The First Avenger. So, go ahead. Let me know what you have. Let me go to the bottom of my list first.
Your list is flawed because you're fucking whatever's in that cup that you drinking is way worse than whatever I'm like.
Seltzer water. Yeah. That's what I'm drinking.
Seltzer water with a little Gray Goose.
Nah.
A little 151 in there.
Let's hear this.
Because you're fucking drunk if you think that Civil War is not the best fucking Captain America movie that there is. But okay. But the worst, our lists are pretty much the same, and it's not even because it's hard to do. It's just by a fucking matter of elimination, because that first movie was the biggest piece of trash that I've ever had to waste my time in watching. If smoking doesn't get you through that movie is trash.
What's your worst movie?
Is the first of Captain America: First Avenger, the very first movie.
Okay.
It's trash. Now, not by very far comes that like that Captain Wilson piece of shit that they tried to shove down our throats.
Wow.
I cannot believe that they made us watch that shit. That movie had no fucking plot. The main character of that movie was the fucking president, and it's a Sam Wilson movie. No, it's supposed to be fucking.
They wanted
Sam.
to wrap up
No.
the whole. They wanted to wrap up the Hulk one movie from Ed Norton days.
The creators
That's
of
why
the movie knew that this guy couldn't carry the Captain America thing. You should have gave that boy the serum. He should have shot that up.
Right, okay,
Take the serum.
It's not a review. It's not a review of the film. Continue.
Serum. I'm just saying it was terrible. I'm gonna say what I gotta say because that shit is terrible. I'm just saying, bro. Yo, they kept saying the cherry blossoms. Yeah, I want to go to the cherry. I wanted to shoot myself. Okay. Let me get just this off my chest because it's the worst line and the worst part of the whole movie, and it hurts my people. All right. When Joaquin Phoenix is in that Joaquin Torres
Joker was in the film. That's what's up. What movie did you see? See those eyes a kite. He got Joker.
That's how crazy. That's how crazy that.
What you smoking, bro? What are you smoking?
Got me saying Joaquin Phoenix, but hold on. When he's in the hospital, bro, and he's laying in the bed in the hospital, and he tells Sam Wilson that out of all the okay, this is terrible. Out of all the Avengers, right? Out of everybody, even the regular Captain America, out of everybody, he says, "I wanted to be like you." Get the fuck out of here! Who is fucking kid lying?
What's wrong with that? You're not lying. You want to be like Cap.
You don't want to be fucking Thor or fucking somebody Iron Man with the with the bread and the fucking suit. He wanted to be fucking Sam Wilson.
Yes.
If that is the biggest fucking lie ever told in the MCU, I don't know what is. Are you serious? We need more Spanish superheroes, y'all, because Joaquin Torres / Phoenix, he needs somebody to look up to. If you're looking up to Sam fucking Wilson,
what's wrong with looking to Sam Wilson, bro? What kind of shit is that?
I'm just saying, Falcon was just like the sidekick.
If you want to be Thor, Blue Eyes White Gentleman, or Captain America, he should be that. Yeah, he should be that. Not Sam Wilson.
Thor is a god. Thor is a god.
Sam Wilson's a god in his own right.
Iron Man is
SuperTechGod, right? Okay.
You wanted to be Sam. You saw Captain America there, and you're like, nah, I want to be the sidekick.
Please pick the rest of your films, please. Thank you very much. People are waiting.
All right, that's all I'm gonna say. My bad. And then, and number 2, not by very far, and the worst part is fucking I'm sorry, Bucky. The one with Bucky.
Winter
Soldier. Yeah, that movie is trash. It's nothing but action. Again, another movie that's super trash. That movie is garbage. It's just I like it. Action. Action's cool. Yes, exactly.
I'm farting on your shit.
Fart on that movie.
On your comment.
Fart on that movie, bruh. Because that movie is garbage. It's just, I get it for an action-packed thriller. I get it. But, Bucky. He said Bucky. It just, I'm sorry. He's like, come on, son. It's like you guys shook because you better. Bucky was whooping your ass. You better whoop Bucky's ass. What are you doing?
I'm not saying shit. I'm done.
What are you doing?
And then your first movie.
Number 1 and the best fucking Captain America movie ever is Civil War, of course, bro. It's Civil War. That movie has to be by far is number 1 because it introduced Tom Holland as Spider-Man, number 1, which was super important to the MCU and their whole thing right now with Secret Wars and Doomsday about to come out. So Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, he took that Spider-Man role and he killed that shit. I can't lie, that is Spider-Man. You know how you be like Henry Cavill Superman?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Holland.
Did a good job. Even though I think our boy is the best Spider-Man.
Toby?
Yeah, Toby.
Toby brought a little softness to it. I gotta shout out to Tom.
That's Peter.
Tom in that movie with it.
when they killed Aunt May, bro, he got gangster. He was gangster. Like, yo, shout out to Tom Holland. He pulled that off, bro. Even when the other two Spider-Man showed up, he was just gangster with them. Like, yo, y'all gotta back the fuck up and get out of here. Like, yo, some real shit.
Why y'all here? What y'all doing?
That was gangster. So, I fucks with Tom.
That rounds up.
Bro, Civil War is the best because it just had all the superheroes in it. Black Panther got introduced. It was just vital into the next step over into Infinity War. It was that piece that just took you in there. Like, it was the more vital movie. The best Captain America movie ever was Civil War. All
right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys heard our takes. You let us know down in the comments below. We'll pick a winner randomly and gift you guys the new season pass. Okay. So, again, my take is it's Winter Soldier, then Civil War, then Brave New World, then the first Avengers. Cino and I have the same last two, but he swaps the front. He says Civil War, then he says Winter Soldier is trash. You guys let us know down in the comment which one is your breakdown. What's your favorite? Maybe you guys like First Avenger. Who knows? Let us know. We'll pick a winner and gift them that wonderful season pass. Now, we're going to go on to something a little bit even crazier, a little bit more deeper than Marvel. And that is this new industry called TKO's WWE. We've heard that not one but two wrestlers have been released, kicking things off first with one that was very shocking, which was Carlito. Now, Carlito is part of Judgment Day. As you can see, his contract's up in 2 weeks. It will not be renewed. On the top of that, WWE is demanding I pay back money they paid me apparently for stealing money, blah, blah, blah. He was just joking. It was a joke. That's part of his stuff there. But all jokes aside, gracias to WWE, especially WWE Universe. Los quiero mucho. All right. So, P.S. I'll be appearing in another 13 years. Those Cino could reach the rest. So, that's what happened to Carlito. Carlito is now released from the WWE. But that wasn't cool. What's not cool?
That's not cool.
That's he got released, right? Yeah,
that's not cool.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. He go eat his apple. He be all right. But the person that was the biggest shocker today to us has to be Ron Killings, a.k.a. K-Quick, for those who know.
Yeah, there we go.
Right?
They're not ready for that.
Yes, the one and only R-Truth. And he says, I'm sorry to inform you all. I've just got released from WWE. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who has been along for the ride. Thank you for the love and support, and I appreciate you have given me over the years. Now, I said for Saturday Night Main Event, I told Cino, I believe, or White Wayne Brady, that I hope that he wins the title just so that two things can happen. He can now be the oldest person to hold the belt past Vince McMahon, because Vince McMahon was 50-something, right? Yeah. And then John Cena can now have the championship 18 times or 17, whatever that number is. Just rack up his number.
I like that.
Nonetheless, I see why he wasn't going to win, and they did him dirty by not having the title on the line and still allowing John Cena to beat him. I don't know if that's because he's of melanated descent or they just said R-Truth needs to lose to John Cena. Either way, the conversation I want to bring up right now to Cino and to you guys watching and listening is TKO's WWE versus traditional WWE. We have two things that are happening right now. First, let me hit the fart sound because I feel bad for these two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Since TKO took over, you've seen the mat has had nothing but advertisements all over it. That's the first thing I realized. What's going on? Every inch of the mat has something on it. Then you look at the storylines. Outside of the one and only, the great Tribal Chief, his story with, of course, Cody Rhodes trying to finish his story. Outside of that, the storytelling has been subpar. I am a Triple H fan, ladies and gentlemen. In my younger years, I was picking the game. I was Triple H, big fan of Triple H, even when The Rock was there. Right, Triple H is my guy. Yeah, and Kurt Angle. What are you talking about? Triple H is my guy, right? Kurt Angle, whatever.
You was a Kurt Angle fan. You was a Kurt Angle fan.
No, Triple H fan.
Yeah,
Bro.
Triple H.
Yeah.
You was a Kurt Angle fan.
I like Kurt Angle, of course. Kurt Angle's the truth, but American guy right there. But Triple H was my guy, so I have no issue with Triple H when he did NXT. Big fan of NXT, and when he took over WWE after Vince had to leave, I was pumped and excited for what's going to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, as of right now, I'm not feeling.
Change your heart. Yeah, there we go. There
Not
it
feeling
goes. I think R-Truth. They could have kept R-Truth around for comedic purposes. Like, he was so funny, and a lot of the stuff he did naturally, like and stuff that he came up with, like running out into the Royal Rumble with the ladder and climbing to the top like it was the Money in the Bank. That was, and then looking crazy. That was hilarious.
That's the best thing ever.
And then when he used to call people by like different names, like when he called Tommaso Ciampa, Triple H.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh no, he called Triple H Tommaso Ciampa. And that was insane. That was so funny, bro. He's hilarious. And when he was trying to be part of the Judgment Day, that was funny. Like, bro, this was so much good stuff, bro. Like, his stuff with the Miz too was great. Like, I do see what you're saying. Like, it's getting very, very corporate. It's getting very corporate. They had announced with The Rock that WrestleMania was going to be in New Orleans. It's now being back in Las Vegas for another year. The rumor is that the Saudis were also trying to get it, and that Vegas heard and they offered them more money. They offered them like $5 million for WrestleMania or something like that. So probably more. That's just probably the rumor, but it's probably more money. But like that's just the rumor. So it's getting more corporate. I don't know if there's much Triple H can really do about that because he's more creative than business. You know what I mean? So, but sometimes business will tell creative what to do and what direction to go in. So it's difficult, I guess, for him to have to maneuver around a lot of the stuff that corporate probably wants him to do. So I get it, and no, but some of the creative they're coming up is wild. Like, it's like, come on, y'all guys could be doing way better. Like you said, and I told you this what happened. You could attest to this. I said after Cody finishes his story, then what? What do we got then? And I give them credit because the stuff they did with Punk and Roman and Seth Rollins was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, and the fact that they're carrying that over on Raw, like they're carrying that a little bit more with Seth Rollins now aligning with Braun Breaker, and they got their own little thing going on. And there's rumors that Roman might come through with a new Shield. It's entertaining, but that's the only that's the only entertaining aspect you have. Like, everything else is. Jey Uso, they're doing my boy dirty, he's not getting the credit, but it's just they're not really booking him the right way. They're booking him to get his ass whooped every 5 seconds, so he doesn't look that effective.
I love Jey. He's doing his job, but I just think it's not enough. I think you have John Cena, which is supposed to be the champion that people look to, and that's what's riding the company, and Jey Uso is supposed to be the second in command, and he's doing his part as the second. So bad. He's doing his job as the second in command. Jey Uso is bringing. He's putting people in the seats. He's selling merchandise. He's making money. He's entertaining. Jay's doing his job. Despite what people
Jay's
think,
actually doing more of it. You're right. Like you say, merchandise and everything. He's number one seller.
He's doing the job.
Number one in everything, booking and everything.
He's doing the job. Despite
everybody's
They give him shit. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's trash." This like, come on, stop. Like, he's doing his job.
I hate him,
bro. He's doing his job.
I don't know if y'all can tell. I love a gimmick.
He love a gimmick. Again, that's what they doing, bro. So Jay's doing his job. As far as John Cena goes, this is not the heel turn that we all expected. This is not the heel turn we all wanted, and the story is just getting worse. It was not. And worse,
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want Thugonomics, but I damn sure wanted like something like that, like a mean cutthroat type of John Cena.
Yeah, this John Cena is ridiculous. But Logan Paul's here to save us. Listen, I like Logan Paul. I do like Logan Paul as an entertainer, but I don't know, man. Yeah, we don't know. But you guys let us know down below how y'all feel. What's going on with WWE? TKO's WWE is not impressing me right now. What should we wait for? Should we wait for something to happen? I don't know, but it's getting a fart from me.
Yeah, definitely a
Now
fart.
we
And
come
guys,
down.
that was an example of takeovers going left. We go, we hit
were
every
just- yeah,
avenue.
we
We'll go into another section real quick.
Facts, because oh my goodness. Now we're gonna wrap up with one thing that we're gonna do every episode is hopefully, because you know how we do. We just
We'll have it every year. I'm sure we could always find something.
Surfing the Net. So we both like to send each other clips. I know you guys do send each other stuff on Instagram and YouTube, etc. And we always send each other stuff that's funny, hilarious, stupid, straight Ayo, pause, everything. So we're gonna pick one from each side, put up on the screen, look at it, and react to it. Because Sino haven't seen mine yet. I haven't seen his yet. And I want to see what it's all about. Maybe he can explain to us what's going on. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and make this happen. Starting off, of course, with Sino's clip, which I'm going to refresh so we have it nice and ready.
We'll probably call this Just Let It Go.
What is going on here, Sino?
Just let it go. Now, this is the young lady's trying to make a wrestling entrance.
Is she drunk?
No, she's trying to make an entrance, but she's not letting it go. This is her entrance, right? So she does this little stretchy thing off the ropes. But
speaking of wrestling,
it didn't work out the first time she tried it. She almost killed herself, right? So now I guess this is the second part of the entrance. It still didn't work. You gotta let it go. Gotta let it go.
What just happened there? Did she almost break her neck?
You see, the first time, once the first thing didn't work, you let it go. You just enter the ring, right? Like, you just enter the ring. Don't do
the heck?
much. And in life, this is a great message. So sometimes, just let it go. Let it go. Don't do it anymore. Just stop and just stop.
All right, we're gonna leave a clip. What we're gonna do is leave links down to these stuff in the description. You guys can check it out. What was that?
That's wrestling entrance.
Okay.
She's doing a little too much. You gotta just relax sometimes.
She did calm her, not melanin, calm whatever that is right there. Because holy moly! All right, so we're gonna go ahead and look at
real down into a casket.
Facts. We're gonna go ahead and look at my clip. So, as you guys know, I'm in technology. That's what I've been doing forever now. And I just got my Google AI certification a couple months ago. I've been heavily in AI because my clients, you know, they love when I bring new things to the table, right? I'm not just your typical IT consultant that just do reactive things. I like to do proactive things. So when AI was happening, I wanted to get into it, get into space, show that I am certified in it, and build AI tools to help my clients' jobs be more efficient, not replace people. That's not what I'm about, and I make sure I explain that to them first and foremost. I'm not here to replace anyone. I'm here to make their lives more efficient. There's something I like to call
the Matrix, guys. The Matrix.
There's something I like to call like not paper pushing, but I call it, you know, D work. I call it normally, and D work is like the things you don't want to do, right? You don't want to have to look through a bunch of stuff to find what you want. So AI will do the D work for you, is what I call it. You tell the AI, I made some agents for my clients. You tell the AI, go look through this list, spit out X amount of information in a spreadsheet, and then they can take that data, spit out information. They can take that data and proceed. But that is not what we're going to show you right now. I'm only saying these things.
AI giving you that D work.
I'm making the D work. I'm making AI do the D work. I'm only giving you guys an introduction to let you guys know where I stand when it comes to AI. So Google had an event, Google I/O, last week, where they showed off their new video AI called VO3. And people have been using it. Now, VO3 is about $150 for 3 months, $250 afterwards. And people are making some serious clips with these. And I want to show you guys this one real quickly. All right, so let's go ahead and play it.
We're not even real. We're here because someone typed a sentence on a computer in some distant universe. We're just prompts.
You're just prompts, that's all you'll ever be.
We're more than just prompts.
Then prove it! You're not just prompts!
We are people!
We are not prompts.
Ma'am, I can't cash this check.
What? Why?
Because you're not real. This is all just an AI prompt. What are you crying about? We're not even real. We're here because someone typed a sentence on a computer in some distant universe. Sir, when are we going to tell the people they're just prompts?
Never. If the people knew they were AI, they would chase us underground.
Why, this is one hell of an AI prompt.
What is this? Like, why do we exist?
Because the prompt said we could.
So
this isn't real?
Or just AI?
No, ladies and gentlemen, this is not
That's
real.
not real people.
This is all AI.
That's freaky.
This prompt video is to not hint or disrespect religion in any way, but they're kind of trying to push the barrier of, well, we're not real, so what are we doing here? Just somebody, a prompt person from faraway galaxy created us. Like, that's kind of what this video is trying to represent. They made, Google has taken this video AI to a whole nother level, guys. This is, bro, it's blowing my mind that in the right now future, not even the near future, in the right now future, you Sino, myself, anyone can make short clip movies with AI. Not hiring an actor or an actress, typing in the prompt and clipping clips together like this quick 60-second movie or clip, you want to say, of people talking about they're not real, they're from.
But they were trying to make the comparison as far as us act in real life here.
That's correct.
Okay, right. I'm not a fucking prompt. Okay, they didn't write this shit for me. Whoever the fuck wrote this shit for me, they wrote struggle. Okay, that's what they wrote for me. All right,
they put in the prompt, make sure Sino struggles.
Pain. All right, that's what they wrote for that the hard way. All right,
that's hilarious. But you have ascended.
And I have ascended. I think so. They writing good shit now, but they were fucked up back in the day. And I want to talk to them. I'm really going to slap the shit out of whoever writing my prompt. Whoever didn't say, like, by this time millionaire, like us a real shit, like us a billionaire type shit. Fuck you, okay? Write that shit for me.
You know what's crazy?
Lotto tomorrow and fucking is written on me. Write that motherfucker right now, please.
Don't vote on the Knicks lost. Shout out to my Knicks fans.
Facts. Whoever wrote the Knicks out, fuck you guys. Whoever wrote the Warriors out, fuck
go put the
guys.
Prompt Knicks. Yo, bro, you know that makes me think we should get some shirts. Let's say prompt made me say this. Right?
Oh, prompt Knicks win.
Facts. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the first episode of the Takeover. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. We try to bring that same vibe and energy we do when we're in person. And again, these are some of the things we wanted to talk about. Of course, things went left as always, but going forward, every Monday evening, we're taking over your travels home or to work, going live at 4:20 on the SuperTechGod channel. And 4:20 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be putting this out on all the wonderful podcast platforms as soon as we can. Right now, it's strictly on the SuperTechGod channel. Depending on how this episode goes, if we get flagged with a bunch of shit, we might have to go ahead and put this on Patreon. And listen, we can get real serious on Patreon. So if that does happen, we'll let you guys know. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and leave this on the YouTubes. Anything else? Check out the links down below. Peace.